What's up YouTube, and welcome to this attempt to make Vladimir great again. As you can see, this is a Poppy Vladimir rally deck that tries to combine the strengths of the Poppy midrange swarming archetype as well as Noxus's access to additional burn damage and to additional win conditions in, for example, Overwhelm or value generation. So first of all, we're playing the Crimson package, or most of it, alongside Vladimir. Of course, makes a lot of sense for some burn damage, but they're also just solid early to mid-game unit. On their own, they're not strong enough though to be viable in the meta, and that's why Poppy, alongside some durable Demacia units like Vanguard Defender, are in there, as well as Ranger's Resolve to protect all of your Crimson units. The passive of Vladimir and so on still procs. The passive of Crimson Curator still procs if the unit has tough, if it's protected, but would take damage otherwise. So apart from that, of course, we play a bunch of effective combat tricks, Sharp Sight and Transfusion, both offensive and defensive. Ranger's Resolve is absolutely nuts in this deck to not only protect your units and snowball the board with Poppy buffs and so on, but as well, of course, to protect them against your own Vladimir passive. We have Citria as a very effective finisher in the current meta. There's a lot of chump blocking, a lot of 1-attack and 2-attack units. Most of the Bandle City cards, for example, have that weakness, and Citria is going to be very effective at punching through, especially when paired with rallies. Of course, the whole Crimson package also benefits immensely from the Poppy buffs, right? A card like Crimson Curator is so much better as a 4/4 because it's probably going to take 2 or 3 sources of damage and therefore keep on generating cards. Crimson Disciple is consistent burn to your Nexus, which is to your opponent's Nexus, which is something that Poppy decks have usually been lacking. And the Iron Ballista with Overwhelm is basically the same idea. Something that Demacia decks had no access to was direct Nexus damage, more or less. And we try to kind of take those strengths from the Noxus package to complement the lacks of Demacia. Then we have a couple interesting tech choices. Stony Suppressor, I think, is gonna be one of the best cards in the meta in these upcoming weeks, especially considering which decks performed well at the World's Championship, right? People are gonna be inspired by the Darkness deck, by the Riven Vi Shellfolk deck, and maybe by some Zoe Heimer or Feel the Rush by Shihu. And Stony Suppressor rally decks beat all of those immensely. I would recommend you to play 2 or 3 Stonies in most of your Demacia piles. Some decks I'm not quite sure about. I feel like this list could use 1 or 2 more 1-drops just to have more consistent snowball potential, but it didn't feel amazing in this list. Another idea I had was Laurent Bladekeeper, which of course is super efficient. It has a lot of great hits in this list. Crimson Curator and Iron Ballista would be on curve. They both benefit greatly from stat buffs. Vanguard Defender with a tough tag. Defend the Stony Suppressor with a buff. But of course also if you play or draw it later on onto Poppy, Vladimir, Citria, all of that is super useful. And yeah, that explains basically all of this list. The list itself can feel a bit inconsistent sometimes because you don't run main deck card draw, and Crimson Curator is your only way of generating more cards. But it is very explosive, it does feel weirdly synergistic, and you can have a lot of cool combos in this deck, so feel free to give it a spin. Keep in mind that Stony Suppressor is gonna be amazing in these upcoming weeks. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the video.
Is it the mustache? Who knows?
Ooh, wonder what that deck might be. Stony Suppressor is really good in this matchup. Oh, let's go. But it's also very easy to contest. Deck is mid-range. It's kind of tempo-y though. It looks a lot like Scouts.
Need a second. Okay, ready.
The issue is opponent can already take it out on turn 4 with a Twin Blade. Rocks and me boats. What about Plucky Poro? That's probably inting though, isn't it? I feel like I could have waited with this till next turn to pop the Curator. Could have gone like Rearguard into Suppressor this turn. And then next turn, Bloodletter into Curator. In this case, I can wait with the Suppressor.
Won't get past me. I'll do better this time.
Is that all you got?
You will not break me.
They couldn't have me.
Yeah, I really should have gone for the Bloodletter into Curator. With this hand, I'm so low on value. Not fast enough to outrace this.
Humanity is obsolete.
This slows my opponent down insanely. They can't develop a challenger this turn anymore. But turn 7 and 8 we can still get popped quite easily. Right, I can let that thing through, I think. I want to save Sharpside for the Curator. Nice.
Let me show you what I can do.
I hippie with short hair. Partially. I have a little bit of hippie in me. Not too much though. Okay.
Advent, come here, handsome.
Hello, dear. What have you got us into?
Ready.
How good is end round? Not good enough, right?
I'll do better this time.
End round versus that amount of value. The thing is we're more mana efficient right now. Our opponent's game plan is spell based. And we slow that down with Stony. And we make him burn more mana than we have.
No looking back.
I need the big boy to survive.
Words of power linger in the air.
I mean, the suppressor is putting in work, but... What is our hand?
Once I snap papers, now faces.
Don't really want to damage the disciple here.
Much to teach you.
I can't wait.
Can you improve perfection?
The power of the written word. For I shall
2 mana blade fragment. I don't know here. I need a Poppy. Poppy is what I need. Hey, hey. Vladimir would also be quite fine. Let's go.
You must be Lord Vladimir.
And you must be.
Suppa! I'm not sure if this is a win though. My opponent can use a defensive Get Excited to not like block everything else. I'd be one off. But yeah, the Stony Suppressor was a really good call. It's really paying off so far. Alright, so he wants to make the bot grow. I think this is lethal though, right? This means that 2 units connect. You don't have mana for double Get Excited. We have 6 damage, 5 from the Vlad, 1 from the passive of the Crimson. Oh no, this one doesn't connect. Oh, I suck at this game. I had to put this to the left. I was on autopilot. So one Get Excited saves my opponent. But we still win with the rally, actually. I can play the one drop, then rally. GG! Let's go. I guess we have Poppy and Vlad and Citria for reputation. Let's go, Stony. I need you. This time I'm not mulliganing a 2-drop away. Not making that mistake again. This deck needs Citra's Career. That would be brilliant for this deck, yeah. Wrong region though. Wait, that's kind of a hot opening. 1-2, bank, Relentless Pursuit, mana, Poppy on 4. We have the token on 4.
Big head, big brain.
My nemesis though. I don't know if 2 damage to the face is worth more than keeping the tough unit on the board, because once Poppy buffs it, this is actually getting, like, becoming a problem, right? For my opponent.
Mine's the wonder.
Get stoned.
Only I can command.
Damn it.
It's only I.
All right, team. Adventure time.
But see, here it's way better to have the tough dude on the board, because if that gets blocked, it doesn't die to Whale, Pokey Stick, Vile Feast, whatever.
Bring me
Oh.
your darkness, my savage comrade.
That's an issue. Darkness grows to 4 anyway.
Smooth brain fool.
Feels like Yamato has made Darkness re-emerge. Four mana deal 4 is not even that good, but taking out the Stony kind of sucks for me. Will drops be enabled? Yes. I don't think I want to tap below another Poppy. Oh, now he's holding me hostage though. But Disciple Defender into Citria is really good as well. Maybe... What I could do is keep Rally mana open and not play the Defender. Just Citria into Rally next round. Alright, this just looks like an open attack. He might not have a ping in hand. Actually, is it open attack? Citra is probably better, right? That's 7 damage pushed on the first swing, 9 on the second, 1 off, but it's Vladimir range.
In a long path to get
Alright, you become a fearsome blocker.
Get me out of here!
I think we want to rally with either Poppy or Vladimir later on. Cetria 6 mana Poppy. Yeah, and give Fearsome. That's the big difference maker here in this matchup. Yeah, I can't really rally where this is at 1 HP rates. Next turn is like Vlad Poppy, I think. Sorry, Vlad Defender. That's the pokey. Damn. That's the reason why maybe it would have been better to play Defender there. Yo, Sonny, what's poppin'? Ooh, I think now is Poppy is better, actually. I gotta rally this turn. So I think Curator into Poppy is kind of cute.
Everyone bleeds for the right price.
I mean, rally into open attack's lethal, right? I have to play Poppy first. He can block Cetria, then Darkness. This forces Darkness there. If I play Defender, I can set him to 1 as well. And then one of the other 2 units gets shot.
I'm no hero, but I'm still gonna try.
This puts him in a fork. He has to Darkness a unit that is not Cetria, which means that I can now rally, push 8, and open attack and push 8 again. And he needs to clear both of these units to not die. This is a bit of a checkmate situation, like a mate in one situation.
Nothing stands in our way.
This looks like game. Like Stress Defense could save him, I suppose. Or some like Mini-Morph plus Vile Feast. But then he only survives at 1 and Vladimir probably gets the job done soon. Grasp isn't enough, Whale isn't enough. GG. That was a cool one. Not the easiest lethal to find, but like, if you really think about all that your opponent can do and cannot do, it's checkmate. Yo! Alright, Pilcrow, thank you very much for the Prime sub. And Dr. Strange Dice, thank you for the 10 gifted subs.